All right, hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Black Geek Energy. On today's episode, we are joined by a powerhouse director, the creative mind behind the
Wow.
horror film Lanier, which is inspired by the haunting legends of Lanier, the docu-series Surviving Lake Lanier, and the
Mm.
documentary The Downfall of Ye. His work is unapologetically black, fearless in telling stories, and always sparks conversation. Please welcome to the show, William Anderson. Yay!
Wow. That was probably
Hmm.
the greatest intro that
Oh
I've
my
Jared is
god.
really good at these intros, man. They always make you feel like, it's like, oh, I'm doing something with my life. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt like, because I was like, wow, like I have done that. Sometimes, you make so much you just forget what you've done.
Yeah.
So thank you for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, well, it's always good to. Oh no, what happened? Oh no, what happened?
I'm still here.
Okay, so it's always good to just give you your flowers while you're here to get them. So that's what I am doing.
Wow, thank you.
But Will, tell me, we're going to start off this episode the way we start off every episode of Black Geek Energy. How has your
Mhm.
previous week been?
My previous week, so my mom-in-law is in town. So it's been like I'm kind of seeing my day to day in someone else's eyes. She gets to meet my son, which is cool.
Mhm.
We went down to Kentucky the other day to see family. My niece plays volleyball, so she got to see my niece play volleyball. She doesn't speak a lick of English, so it's funny how everybody tries to like conversate with her. So it's been fun, it's been fun to just like chill, relax a little bit, and just kind of just coordinate like next moves, what I want to say, where I'm currently at in like fatherhood. So yeah, it's been fun though. It's been fun.
So you said your mother-in-law came in?
Yeah, she came into town. She's staying with us for like a couple months because she's from the Dominican Republic. And like because she's not a US citizen, they can only stay up to 3 months.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
And then I don't even know what happens after that, but yeah, so this is her first time visiting us. So she's gonna be here for a while. So we're gonna show her everything Georgia and yeah, I don't know, just like hang out with her.
So
Oh,
let me ask you, you are a brand new father. Um, how has that been for you?
Um, it's been challenging, but so rewarding, like
mm.
especially I would say with time, like you understand how limited time is when you have a child, I would say. And it also just forces you to kind of just like make a move and not be like stuck in the middle, you know what I'm saying? Like because oftentimes I'll just speak from like the work side of it. Oftentimes if I'm like crafting a script or if I'm editing a video or whatever, sometimes I can get stuck in like not wanting to progress until I know, oh no, this is the way it has to go. But it's really taught me to just say like number one, nothing is perfect. And number two, uh done is better than perfect.
Mm,
So why don't I get finished with something, then review it, and then say, okay, this is where I need like the changes.
yeah.
So um it's also challenging in the fact of like just not being able to move how you once moved, but learning how to just accept that's where you need to be, I would say, in your life to just look at things like differently and to show what really matters. I think that's like the biggest thing that I've learned in fatherhood. So many things I was worried about before my son was born, it didn't even matter. And
Mm,
when he came
Mhm.
into the world, I was like, oh yeah, yeah, like this makes sense now. Like,
mhm.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice, nice. And how old's your son?
So he's 10 months now.
10 months? Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of I hear what you're saying. I hear that a lot from like new parents, like like, oh, all the things I thought that mattered don't matter no more. Probably because,
Yes.
yeah. And you let us know, is it because it don't matter to him, like sleep. He's like, I don't care about your sleep.
No, like early on, y'all, I don't even remember the first 2 to 3 months. I don't even remember it. It was
Oh
like
no.
being a zombie and just like, I don't know. And then you're also, because this is my first child. So, even when he was sleeping, I couldn't sleep because I was like, we would look over the crib and be like, is he breathing right now? Like, is there anything we need to? It's just that constant, like, you
Yeah,
just don't know, like, and then you have to, even with my parents, sometimes I have to tell them, hey, we want to do things differently. And they're like, why would you want to do that? I didn't do that with you. So then it's like, yeah, I get it,
Uh,
but you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah. Like
yeah,
we breaking generational curses over here.
right, exactly. So that always isn't understood or taken, because I mean, I don't break it to them that way, but
Of course not. Of course
exactly,
not.
that's what, yeah, that's what I want to tell them, like, hey, we're breaking generational curses. Like, we don't
mm-hmm.
believe in like uh whipping our children. Not to say that, well, for me, I'll speak for me, not to say that I'm a gentle parent, but I
Mm,
don't believe in having to put your hands on your child to teach them a lesson. So that's interesting that I have that difference, and I wasn't raised in that way, nor
hmm.
were my siblings.
Right, right.
Um, so there's just a lot of different things that I believe now versus how I was raised, obviously. But I think, I think we're at a time now where a lot of people share those same ideas. So it's
Hmm.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. And this is our like first time having you on the podcast, and so for me and for our listeners who are meeting you for the first time, we just want to kind of like talk about your background and how you got to like where you are today. Are you so you say you're in Georgia now? Are you were you raised in Georgia or
No, I was raised in Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, until I
okay?
was 13. My parents they wanted to move just to give me better opportunities, and also
Hmm.
for them as well, because Kentucky's kind of like well, really it's a retirement state, but it's
Hmm.
very blue collar. So a lot of people,
Mm,
they find a job and that's pretty much it. They'll work there for 40 years, retire, and
hmm.
then that's pretty much it. So my parents were like, nah, we don't even want that. So we want to go to Georgia. We've heard like, there's a lot of opportunities, especially for Black people. And
Yeah.
in the process, it's for you too, because you'll probably
Mm-hmm.
do something that you would have never done in Kentucky. And I can confirm that 100%.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And so after you moved to Atlanta, that's kind of when you started to get into like film, or did that come later?
No, yeah. So when I moved, I would probably say film didn't come until like probably 5, 6 years later, when I was 19, 20, I would say, after high school, because I was going to go to the Art Institute of Atlanta. I couldn't afford the tuition. So I was like, okay, what would be my next move? And then a lot of people told me, like, the best thing you can do is just get experience. Um, at least if you want to like direct a project, because a lot of people are kind of on that same trajectory of like, I want to direct something, I want to do something. So you kind of got to learn all of the departments in order to be able to direct. You don't have to, but it definitely makes you feel better than when you have to, I would say, be at the helm of the project to be able to tell people like, hey, I want the lighting to look like this, or I want, this to look like that, because you're speaking from like prior experience. So
Right.
that's kind of what I did. After Art Institute, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get experience trying to do a little bit of everything and trying to just like make a film. But I started with acting because that's
Mm-hmm.
also what my counselor said. He was like, honestly, you should just like start with acting, then try to just go into writing, then learn about lighting, then learn about audio. So it was kind of like he really put me on game to like learning uh as much as I could before I even decided to direct anything.
and that is
So
where, well, that's
go
where
ahead.
we met on some set, probably the
Yeah.
Vampire Diaries or a Tyler Perry thing or something as background actors. So that is
Yep.
how I know him, um, and where we met. And how long ago was that? Had to be like 10
Like
years
10,
ago.
10. It had to
Yeah.
be 10 years ago. It was a SCAD modeling. We were like modeling for
Yes.
SCAD or something.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, it was so funny. But
My
yeah, that's where we met.
that is
Okay.
where my I took my favorite picture of. I don't know how we got up there, but we got in their windows, and like I'm
Yeah.
like leaned back and you're like posed sitting down. That's like one of my favorite pictures. I look at that like every day. It comes on my slideshow. It's definitely a favorite. I'm gonna get it framed one day.
Nice, nice. So you've been an actor, a writer. You've done like light design, sound design. Like, is there any part of the film process that you haven't done yet that you're still like looking to get experience in? Because you're
Um,
directing now, right?
yeah, I'm directing now. I haven't composed music. I think that would be really
Ooh,
cool to compose music.
okay,
I haven't, let me think, what else haven't I done? I haven't done set design yet
okay,
for a production. Um, I would say those are the only really two things that I haven't done. I've been on the editing side because that's how,
okay.
we make our living on the editing side of things.
Hmm.
Um, but definitely I would say composing really interests me on how people can compose music.
That's what's
Mm.
up. So is it the only thing that you and Jared have worked together on is the model thing at SCAD, or y'all had some other
Yeah.
stuff too?
Jared, what else have we been on together?
We definitely have done like Vampire Diaries or some little
Yeah,
CW show like that. I think we were in a movie together.
I
Um,
think we were.
and then of
Yeah.
course, I don't know. Did you do the Hunger Games?
Yeah, I did the Hunger Games too.
Then I was there. I was there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all superstars. Y'all been in all the blockbuster movies and
Oh
TV shows.
please. Oh please.
You got to send us the frames that you're in so we can post them.
Are we in the frames? Like
I don't know. I don't know if we made the cut. We did
Yeah.
Street what is it? Street Fight or Fist Fight? Were you on Fist Fight, Jared?
that sounds familiar. But that doesn't
Uh,
sound like the actual movie name. Sounds like a sequel
Wait,
to
no,
it's
that's what
it's
Ice Cube and Charlie Day.
that's what I was
Uh
oh,
thinking. Fist fight. I've seen that movie.
yeah, uh-huh. I don't know
Now
if
when I
you were
rewatch
there
it.
for that.
okay. I did it.
Now when
um
I rewatch it, I'm gonna be looking for y'all.
I'm probably not in it. All right, DeMarcus, tell me, how has your week been?
My week has been pretty good.
It doesn't matter how your week has been, because this week is all about Luffy. It's all about Sanji. It's all about Zoro and Chopper and all of them, because this is one of the best shows that I have seen in a while. And I actually have some notes that we could talk about because this show is
Okay.
great. And I'm going to talk about on the Patreon why I'm mad at you because Demarcus, you should
Mad
have
at me?
told me about this show last week. And just to give Will some context, I am doing a watch through of One Piece, the anime, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to make it through. You know, it is over 1,000 episodes. And last week when we talked, I was on episode 150, and this week I'm on episode like 238.
That's crazy, Derek. You
Wow.
blowing through this you blowing through this anime.
I know, I know. So I do have some notes. I'm gonna run through them quickly. Um,
Hmm.
I went through the Sky Island arc, the Escape
Yeah.
Marine Base filler arc, the Long Range Long Land arc, uh, the Ocean's Dream filler arc, the Foxy Return filler arc, and I'm on the Water 7 filler arc. And last uh, episode that I left was the guy who is the mayor, he had just gotten assassinated. And the previous episode was the fight between Luffy and Usopp. That horrible fight where he actually got kicked off the
Oh,
boat. That was so
yeah. He
sad.
didn't get kicked off. He left of his own accord. He was like, Luffy, you kicked my
No,
ass, now I'm leaving.
yeah, yeah, well, kinda. Okay, some notes that I have on this show. Why do all these men wear crops or no shirt or their shirt open?
Hey,
Like, what
they
is
say they
going
hot.
on? I
They say
guess.
they hot.
This show is funny. I do like the funny haha in this show. There are
Hmm.
another thing is there are a lot more black main characters in this anime. Like a lot of black people. A lot of black people like the marine guy and a lot of the enemies. There are a lot. Okay, DeMarcus, I sent you a text earlier this week because according to the notes, because I look at the notes on every episode so I can get the behind the scenes. And it said that 167 through 207 did not air in the United States. So did you see this? And those were the episodes where he's on Sky Island and the with the lightning guy with the drums on his back. Did you see these
Mm-hmm.
episodes?
Yeah, because I think at that time I was watching One Piece online, so I was like
Mm.
going to the anime sites and whatnot. So yeah, like
Mm.
Sky Island is one of my favorite arcs. And I was waiting for you to get to the end of it because I wanted to ask you about how did you feel about they fighting this big lightning dude? They've been like sizing him up they've been building him up the whole arc, and then once he fights Luffy, it's like, oh, none of his like lightning powers work.
I know. I know. And he was killing everybody. He was
Yeah.
literally killing everybody indiscriminately. And it was like that's what it is on this show. They kill everybody. It's a rebellion. There was an assassination attempt. Like I don't think
Hmm.
I would have gotten the complexities of this show when I was younger. And my last note is why in the world does Luffy have an afro? When he was fighting the fox pirate, the foxy pirate, and he had
Oh,
this afro. He was talking in this black scent.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember that part. William, do you watch any One Piece?
I don't. I've heard about it though. I heard it's really
Yeah.
good.
It's it's I go through hills and valleys with One Piece. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's really good. Other times I'm like, what is this silly ass show?
And how many episodes is there? Y'all said?
Oh, it's over 1,000, man.
One thousand one hundred forty-two.
And they just
Yeah.
and it's still going though, right? It hasn't ended.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
because I'm watching
Wow.
episodes that now aired in Japan in 2005, and there was just a new episode last week.
And to give you a little bit more perspective, I have been watching this show week to week since I was like 13 years old.
Wow, wow,
Oh my
And
goodness.
I'm 34 now.
wow.
How many seasons is this? Like,
Man, I don't even know if One Piece does seasons anymore
oh,
because
okay.
they're just like, look,
Yeah,
there's more shows coming every day.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
that is crazy.
Like I
Oh,
was watching One Piece when there was no organization, when there was no like, oh, this is this arc, this is like the Wano arc and stuff like that. It was
mm-hmm.
just episodes.
Yeah.
Episode 346, episode 524.
Oh, my goodness, that's crazy. So I grew up on Inuyasha. I love that
Oh,
Yeah.
anime.
Yeah.
Inuyasha was so dope. Dragon Ball Z, of course. I mean,
mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
that's probably my GOAT anime series. What else? Is Yu-Gi-Oh considered anime?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's my favorite anime.
Okay, cool. Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously, it's pretty much where it ends, to be honest. Yu-Gi-Oh
Okay.
was top tier, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel it. I
Okay.
feel it.
Okay. So our next segment is we put our listeners on to something that we have done or seen recently. This can be a movie, a TV, a podcast, a comic, a game, anything that we have done or consumed in the recent past. And this segment is sponsored by MoviePass. DeMarcus, can you tell them a little bit about MoviePass?
I'm always happy to talk about MoviePass. What I want to ask, I'm gonna ask the audience, and you can answer this question for yourself. You don't have to put nothing in the comments. But how much are you paying for movie tickets nowadays when you go to the movies? I'm gonna go ahead and hazard a guess that it's somewhere around $15 to $20 per movie ticket. Um, what if I told you that you could go see that same movie plus two more for as little as $10? That sounds like a deal you can't beat with a stick with me. Um, and MoviePass offers that deal and better ones, even a tier where you can pay a monthly fee and watch as many movies as you want to per month, and bring a friend if you're, getting like the VIP stuff. So MoviePass is a subscription-based service meant to make movie going more affordable and accessible to people like me, Jared, William, all of y'all listeners out there. And the biggest draw is that you're getting your bang for your buck after using it one time. If you get in the lowest tier, you paying $10 a month, you go see one movie, you've made $5 back at least on this movie pass. Plus, as Jared always likes to bring up, you still get your points for your AMC membership, for your Cinepolis membership, your Regal membership, or whatever it is. So instead of using those points to buy free movie tickets, you can get snacks every time you go to the
Mm-hmm.
movies. Yeah, like I got two free tickets right now with Cinepolis just from using my movie pass. So
Mm.
prepaid movie tickets and I'm getting free movie tickets on top of that. Can't beat it with a stick. Check out Movie Pass, y'all.
Yeah. One and what I want to put the listeners onto this week is a little um film that just came out called Him. Oops, called Him. It is the new Jordan Peele produced movie. Um,
Turn your video back on.
I'm trying to. So it's the new Jordan Peele produced movie that is about like football and everything. Um, so the thing is, I can't say I like this movie, and I can't say I did not like this movie because it was
hmm
an interesting
Agreed.
movie. It had a oh, you saw it too?
Yeah, I saw it too.
Okay, it was an interesting movie. It had fun parts. There were some parts in normal scary movies. I don't jump, but there was a lot of body horror that was very gruesome that, had me clutching the seat beside me, child. And I was very um, interested in it. But I don't know if I liked it, but I am curious to see what everybody else thinks about it. The best thing about this movie was Marlon Wayne's performance. Marlon Wayans did that stuff. He was an amazing actor. He can do no wrong in my book. I'm always going to support him. I'm always going to stick beside him. So, yeah, yeah. See
Mar-
him.
yeah,
Yeah. So, like, how did you think about it? How was the performance, Marlon's performance to you, Will?
his performance was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I was blown away. I mean, they what's that dramatic movie he was in? I often hear people talk about it. I haven't seen it, but that was kind of where it was his first dramatic performance that he did in a movie. It
hmm
starts with an R. I just can't remember the name of it, but um yeah, he carried that movie. He definitely carried that movie, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, the movie overall to me too, like I didn't like it and I didn't dislike it because
Yes.
I felt like it just didn't land like how they wanted it to
Mm-hmm.
land.
Mm-hmm.
Uh I was saying like I feel like the style of the movie like clash kind of with the narrative, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Be- because it was like the style of the movie was super cool. Like you thought of when I watched it. I don't really watch football like that, but I definitely got that impression of like, oh yeah, we're kind of like in the NFL. There's a lot of like film burns in it. There was a lot of like it was really cool how they like put together a lot of the story, especially about Isaiah White and how he's built this like dynasty. Um, but I just felt like for Tyreek, it was just missing a little bit for me of like, I guess he was just going with the flow. Um, I think in honor of his dad. Um, I don't know if I want to put a spoiler in there, but he was pretty much playing football because of his dad, so that might be why he was just going with the flow. But I would have loved to seen a bit more like, this tug and pull of like, yeah, I'm doing this for my dad, but then it's like I don't want to do this anymore. Kind of like that back and forth, and then
Mm,
Mm.
Marlon's like that anchor that's like you ain't got no choice, like you got to do
yeah.
this, because you're here now. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I feel like I give it like a solid. I say like 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was going to be better than that because I've seen the previews. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've seen a lot of the previews, and I kind of got the feeling like I'm not sure what this movie is going to be about. Like it's about these two guys in conflict, and like I guess the five that you're giving it, Will. I kind of felt that from the preview, but it was still like looked like it would be interesting. So
Mm.
and then like so with like body horror, do y'all get that thing where like when you see somebody like break an arm on screen, you like oh you start rubbing your arm?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, and sorry for cutting you off, Will, but like, it's like my big thing is needles. There is a lot of needles
Mm-mm.
in
Okay.
this film. So,
Because they were doing steroids.
no.
No, it's now that's the part where it's crazy. That's where I was like, okay, that's that Monkey Paw
Yeah.
Productions element in it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you
There's,
get
But
that too, Will? Where you?
not really. I mean, I feel like I can
Mm.
handle it. I think for me, I'm more so don't like movies like Smile. Like I watched that movie on opening night and I was like, bro, I can't sleep. I'm paranoid. I don't do good with like very uh paranoia movies as to where it's like, when you're sleeping in the dark, then you're just like in your head, you're like, is something like looking at me while I'm sleeping? I felt like that movie did a great job with doing that. So for me,
mm.
that's like I'll watch it, but I'm like, damn, that movie, it messed me up. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You sacrificing for the art.
exactly. Yeah. Uh-huh. For real.
Crazy.
So,
Oh man.
Demarcus, what do you want to put them onto this week?
Um, stop me if I've talked about this before, but I played a board game over the weekend. It's called Sushi Go. Um, and the whole point of Sushi Go is to like get the most points every round or throughout the whole game. But you're playing with like each card has like a cute little illustration of like some type of sushi, like maki, sashimi, wasabi. There's also like green tea ice cream. So all the desserts score at the end of the game. So the game takes place over 3 rounds. And you score yourself at the every round. You'll start off with like somewhere between like 7 and 10 cards per player, depending on how many players you have. And what I enjoy about this game, and it's like it's really easy to learn, really easy to get the hang of, and really easy and fast to play if you're playing with people who like play who make decisions quickly.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it's a fun light game to get everybody into. I think we might have played it on the Patreon, Jared. Did we play Sushi Go? Or did we play
No.
Catan? No, we played Catan.
Yes. And I
But yeah,
fell
I would say
asleep.
go check out. He
Catan
was
is
falling
so
asleep.
boring. Catan
It's
is
not
so
boring.
boring.
Have you
I feel
played
the same
Catan?
way. I feel the same way about
Oh,
Catan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got some friends though. They freaking love it. They're in character. They're acting like they give each other medieval nicknames like Lord. I don't even remember, but
Lord
yeah,
Farquaad.
yeah, stuff like that. And just like they got the medieval music in the background as they're like playing. It's like a Game of Thrones episode. That's what it looks like. Like when I
Damn.
see them play. But. I don't know. It just didn't
That's
resonate with me. I'm like, I don't get it.
I feel
Me
it. I
neither.
understand. It is a resource game, and the thing about Catan is that in the middle of the game, it always gets slow. There's always a point in the game where it's like all the resources are like blocked off or something like that, and no one can really do anything, and the game just like slows down. So
Mm.
I understand how it can be boring. I love Catan, but
Yeah,
also I just
yeah.
love board games in general.
And then the trade-offs, like I'll give you 3 sheeps for a wood, or like I'll give you, I don't even know, like it's
Yeah.
probably a bad example, but I'm just like,
No, that's a good example.
what is like what is the goal?
Exactly. What is the goal at
It's
this
like,
point,
why am I
right?
doing this? Yeah, no, I like to make bad deals. I was like, folks be like, oh, I need a brick. I'll give it to you for wood. I was like, nah, give me 2 bricks. 2 bricks or no deal.
But Sushi Go sounds like it's just gonna make me hungry. Like I need to order some poke
Low
or
key, it
get
could. It's
California roll.
potential there. It's
Okay,
potential there. But yeah.
okay. Well, do you have anything that you want to put our listeners onto this week?
Hmm, that's a good question. I don't know. I gotta think. Like that happened this week that I need to put people onto.
And it does have to
Oh,
be this week, or it could be like a favorite or something.
oh, a favorite, just in general.
Hmm.
Use your signal when you drive. I feel like I know that's random, but for real, use your signal when you drive. I feel like the signal has become a lost art in driving for some reason.
Mhm.
So like I don't know, there were so many instances like of this month where I'm like, bro, use your signal. So
Wow,
I want to put
Yeah.
people onto that.
that's a really
Yeah.
good one.
Are you in Atlanta, Will?
Yeah, so I'm in Fairburn, so I'm kind of south of
Okay.
Atlanta.
Okay, but still, that's like the metro area. That's a real problem in Atlanta. Folks do not be using a signal. But I will. I'm gonna be honest. I would take that over what I deal with in California, where people are just like running stop signs. Like the light will turn red and they'll just drive through and they don't care.
Wow.
Oh, dang. Oh, so you're in California. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
California, like the traffic, it just doesn't die. Like I remember going out at like midnight or something, or coming back from something
yeah,
at midnight, and there was still a
yeah.
lot of traffic. I was like, when do people sleep in
Right.
California?
Sometimes what I realized after moving out here is like sometimes you'll be in traffic and you think like, oh, like there's like just traffic on the highway and it's the police. Like they'll get on the highway and like drive across all the lanes to make people slow down and like just like clog up the entire expressway doing that. And that's usually at like midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, something like that.
Okay. And then it just
Yeah.
floods in other areas.
Yeah, yeah. And then it just like stop up the whole, wherever it's at. And I'm
Yeah,
like, what is the
okay.
point of this?
Wow.
Yeah, Cali, it's beautiful, but yeah, that traffic, man, I think it's
Yeah.
worse in Georgia for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. 1,000%.
Okay. Demarcus, do you have an activity for us this week?
I absolutely have an activity for us this week. And if it's your first time joining us for an activity, a game, the way these work is DeMarcus comes up with the games. He comes up with the questions and the answers. He decides who's right, who's wrong, the winners and the loser. He's pretty much the judge, jury, and executioner of all things activities on Black Geek Energy. So if you don't like my rulings, too fucking bad. Proud of your mama.
Wow.
Um, that last part was specifically for Jared because he always
Uh-huh.
giving me some back talk. But
Because you
today's
have these
game,
chat GPT answers and they're
today's
not
game,
right.
Jared, I don't want to hear that shit. It's my time now. Today's
Oh,
game,
goodness.
since you both have been so involved in the movie industry, and we have an illustrious director with us, today's game is called Be Direct. And what I'm going to do is I am going to give you a movie, and you will give me the director of said movie.
Oh no.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah. And to give you a little bit of context, these are all going to be black movies, black classics, or highly acclaimed black movies
Oh
from
no.
recently. So these are definitely movies you're going to know. And I just want to know that you know the black faces, the black thoughts, the black inspirations, the black direction behind these movies.
All right.
Okay,
No,
Yeah,
okay.
sounds
Demarcus.
good. Makes
No,
sense.
okay. Demarcus knows I'm horrible with names, so he
Mm,
specifically set this up to embarrass me. Like
not at
he
all. Not
always
at
does
all.
this.
I'm not
Jared,
good
I
with
know
names
you.
either, but I believe in you, Jared. I believe in you.
Oh God.
And so, with that in mind, I am willing to give hints. I'll give you like a first initial, last initial, something like that. If you can think of the person but can't really think of the name, I'll help out. Uh, but this movie is not this game is not to embarrass you, Jerry. It is to educate our listeners first and foremost. And it's just something that it is a geekdom that we enjoy. We both like movies. We all like movies here.
All right.
All right. So thinking of a number between 1 and 7. Or 1 and 10. Sorry.
I
Five.
will. He said five. I'm gonna go three.
Mhm. Oh, and the number is 3. Jared, get out of my head. I feel like every week you know exactly what number I'm thinking of. But Jared, you going first. So the first one on the list, I think we started out pretty easy. The movie is Get Out. Who's the director?
That's Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. And we
There you
just
go,
talked about
Jared.
him. So easy peasy. See, Jared always this is always happens. Jared's like, I'm not gonna be good at this game. Immediately starts off strong. All right. Next one is for you, Will. Love and Basketball. Who is the director behind this classic black movie?
Spike Lee.
It is not Spike Lee. I have Gina Prince Bythewood as the
Oh
director of
yeah.
Love
Oh,
and
oh, I got that.
Basketball. But I appreciate that guess. That guess was so confident. I was like, did I do my research wrong? Because you like Spike Lee. No doubt.
I
I
thought
was
it was
like,
Spike.
oh,
Okay.
You know, I've never seen Love and Basketball ever.
shut
Oh
the
my
front door.
goodness. You
Shut
got to
the
see
front
Love
door.
and Basketball.
We're
It's
about to kick you
so
off this
good.
podcast. Will, you're in. Next week at the same time.
But like everybody says that it's a horror film. Like it's
Huh?
things
It's
that you
not.
shouldn't be doing. That it's not a love film at all.
I mean, the classified as a horror movie is crazy though.
That's what they
Yeah,
say
that's
on Twitter.
extreme.
I
Maybe
would
like
just say
a
it's like toxic in the sense of like I guess how he was trying to make her prove her love. I
Oh
guess I could
wow.
take that
mm,
away from it. Yeah, it was kind
mhm.
of like it's kind of weird, but it was dope. I can't explain
Yeah,
it.
it is a good movie. And also toxic in that she was like knowing this man about to get married like the next day or the next week and was like, I'll play you for your heart. And it's like,
Yeah,
girl,
yeah.
get out of my yard. Get away from my house. All right, Jared, back to you with number 3. The movie is Selma.
Ugh, girl. Um, I'm gonna say
Right.
I'm gonna say Lee Daniels.
Can I steal this? Can I steal this?
Oh,
Oh
yes, you can
wow.
steal it.
It's Ava DuVernay.
Uh
Absolutely. That is correct, Will. It is Ava DuVernay. Lee Daniels. I don't know. Jared, you know, if you guessed confidently, I would have questioned myself. All right. Will, the next one is for you. The movie is Rustin.
Rustin?
oh.
hmm the movie about it was one of Martin Luther King close compatriots. And I think he was
Advisors.
yeah, close advisors, and he was and a part of me like he was homosexual.
Rustin.
It was on Netflix.
It was on Netflix. I don't even think I watched this. I gotta watch this. Let me think. Who does those type of movies? Is it like a director that's known for these sort of movies?
Well, I'm not sure about that, and I will do a little check to find out for you.
Okay, okay. Black director. I'm trying to think. Male or
He's the,
female?
he is a male.
Oh, okay.
Got
Um,
got 2 Tony Awards. Uh,
Mm.
he's a playwright, so has done more plays than movies, I would assume.
whoa, hold on.
Uh,
I know it's not Tyler Perry.
it is not Tyler Perry. It is not.
Okay, I was
But
about to say.
some other stuff he's done. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, You're Not You, Nights in Rodin.
I don't know. I don't know.
Give you some initials.
Okay.
His first and last initials are GW.
GW. Oh, Gary? F. Gary. What's his last name? Um, nah, I didn't think he did playwrights though. Um, is his first name Gary or no? What'd you
You want
say?
you to guess? His first name is not Gary.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna
Um,
need you to lock in a guess. There's a lot of hints I done gave you.
yeah, you gave me a lot of hints. Hey, I don't know. Gregory Allen?
Mm, the answer we're looking for is George C. Wolfe.
Okay, George C. Wolfe. Okay, I gotta do my game.
Yeah,
I haven't heard of him.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I had not heard of him either, but I have seen Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and then I've seen the Immortal Life. I didn't see the Immortal Life of the Internet Lacks, but I've heard of it. And he was an actor in the She's Gotta Have It from 2019. He was in that movie.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah,
See, look, Jared, I gotta do my homework too. You ain't the see,
yeah.
like you,
All right, Jared, we're back to you. And this one is The Color Purple 2023,
mm,
the new one.
Uh, I know it was produced by Oprah. Um,
Mm, that is
hmm.
correct. That is correct.
um, what are the
Would you like
initials?
BB? First and last, BB.
BB.
And it is I would not have guessed this name in y'all shoes. Like I would have
B D.
B
Um,
B B is in boy, B is in boy.
oh, B B.
Hmm. Hmm.
I am going to guess Brewster Bernard.
Wow, you made that name up, huh?
Yep. Yep.
That don't even sound like a black person. All right. Will, do you want to try to steal it?
I don't even know.
Okay. The answer we're looking for it's Blitz Bazawule.
Ain't no way I would
I
Yeah, there's
was like,
no
ain't no
way.
way I was getting that. But I thought maybe y'all saw the color purple and was like, ooh, I gotta know everything about this movie now. Um, the first one was directed by a real famous white director,
Steven
not Andrew,
Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. That's who it was. I'm about to say Andrew Hitchcock. I was like, not him.
Hitchcock? Hitchcock doing the color purple? I just want to see that. I
Because
absolutely
it would
want
be
to
kind of
see
scary,
that.
right? Because he did the birds, right?
Yeah.
All right. Number six. And we're going back to Will Moonlight. Who
Ah,
directed
Barry
Moonlight?
Jenkins. Barry
That's
Jenkins.
absolutely correct.
Hmm.
Absolutely correct. And right now the score stands at
Okay.
Will 2, Jared 1.
All right.
Plenty of time. We got four more questions. Plenty of time to make a comeback. Jared, the next one for you, number seven, is Sinners. Who directed Sinners?
We got that.
I also
There
think
ain't
he
no
has it.
way.
I've actually
um,
already ticked the score that he got this one right because I
the,
believe
the
in him that much.
he was the director of Black Panther,
Yep. Oh, so you
Hmm.
know who he
Creed,
is. Yep.
Fruitvale Station.
So many movies, so many accolades. Amazing,
Ryan
amazing
Coogler.
director.
Ryan Coogler. Okay, got you.
Okay,
Ryan
okay,
Coogler.
great. I was about to say, I can't give you the initials on this one, Jerry, because you know
Oh
who he is already.
my God.
Oh, great. You're making me proud. And now we're tied up. Now we're tied up, gentlemen. Number eight, Will. The movie is Black Klansman. Who directed Black
Black
Klansman?
Klansman. Spike.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, that was
There
Spike.
we go. Jared, number nine,
Hmm.
Fences.
Mm.
Mm.
What year?
What year did Fences come out? Do you know the recent movie Fences? Why do I gotta look up the
It
year?
The
was
Was it
like
2000,
recent movie with Denzel or the older movie?
2016? The recent movie with Denzel, 2016.
Okay. Like that's gonna change my confusion. Uh, um, can I get a year, please? No, not a year, but some initials.
Some initials. The initials are DW.
Uh, DW.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
let me steal this one if Jerry don't get it.
All right, all right.
Go ahead and
Jared,
steal. Go ahead and steal, because I was about to say Denzel Washington.
It is Denzel
it
Washington.
is in Washington.
So he
Oh,
got
He
it.
was he was in it and he directed it.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
hmm I feel like that's like I feel like when you direct and star in a movie, I feel like it's kind of like giving yourself a hand job. Like it's, it kind of feels like I don't know the right word for it. It's like it feels a little self-centered sometimes. I mean, it was a good movie, and
Yeah.
yeah, and I think a lot of times when folks like direct and star in a movie, like it's usually turns out pretty good because it's like their passion project. But I feel like it's kind of like it's like yeah, it's all about me.
It's so hard to do. I would not. Yeah. You got to have some experience to make a good movie where you're starring in it. Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
lots of experience.
Well,
That's you're probably right about that, and I should probably change my perspective. And if I had more experience in the movie industry, I probably would.
well,
But
he did a good
last,
job, because I hated his character in that movie. It's like, just
Oh
yeah,
kill
yeah.
him.
Yeah, it
Just
is
kill him.
yeah,
terrible.
and I imagine it's twice as hard to make a movie that you're starring in about a character that everybody's supposed to hate.
Yeah,
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 he freaking yeah, he did that because I did not like his character either. I was like, he's terrible. Like,
yeah.
right. But last question, and Will, it's for you. So you get this one. Let me see. Let me go back over the score. Uh, all right, it looks like it's 3-3. So
Mm.
Will,
okay, 3-3.
if you get this one, you win the game. Jerry, you have the opportunity. You will have the opportunity to steal it, and you can win the game. But if no one gets it, we're gonna end in a tie, which I think sets us up for the next time you're on the show, Will. But the
All right.
movie is Dear White People.
Dear white people,
The movie, not the show.
the movie.
It was the same guy, wasn't it?
Well, that would make it easier.
Does it start with a what's the name? I don't know why I want to say Jerry or Jeremy.
Mm. It does start with a J.
It does start with a J. Or is it Justin thing? Justin. Is it Justin? I want to say Justin. Wait, hold on. What's the last initial?
Last initial, it's an S.
It's an S. Hmm. It's either Justin or Jeremy.
Mm.
Or I could be completely off.
Oh, I know it. I know
Um, oh, Jared knows it. Okay, I gotta
You gotta get
gotta
it.
get it. Jeremy Justin. Bruh, I've seen this name before. Jared, go ahead and steal it.
Okay. He's openly gay. He did this documentary on, I think, Apple, about black actors in Hollywood. Um,
it.
and his name. Oh, he also did the Haunted Mansion.
Okay, there
And
we need
his.
his name, not his resume.
Okay, so Justin Simeon.
Man, that's it. There,
Justin.
Justin Simeon.
I wouldn't have got that last name.
Yeah, yeah. The last name was gonna throw you off, but yeah, that's what's up. This was a great game. It was pretty tight all the way to the end. Jared, you are our winner, and
Look, Jared was worried. He got it.
yeah, he was worried. He locked in. But we'll have you since this was so close. The next time we have you on the show, we'll do it again. I'll pick some different movies.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna step up my game so it could be better because I was struggling.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, y'all got most of them though. Like y'all
But it's
only didn't
crazy
answer
because
three.
yeah, because the color purple one, I don't know Blitz's resume or if even right, because I think that's part of the problem. Like a lot of these directors, they get like one movie they can make,
Right.
and then it's like they do good, and then it's like, okay, like you won't
Yeah.
make another one for another 5 years. It's crazy.
Yeah, and
It's
I hate
crazy.
that for black movies, man, because a lot of black movies, are supposed to, like you said, they get the one off, and it's like we love it. Black people love it, and the movie does good because the color purple. I'm the original Color Purple. I know did numbers. I'm not sure about
Oh
the
yeah.
second one.
It did.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it did do numbers.
It was a Christmas
Okay.
Day release.
Yeah,
Oh
uh-huh.
shit! Hell yeah! Then you know it went off. But I don't know, man. The narrative is always that like black black movies don't sell. Have you run into any of that, Will, in your experience
I
since you've been
have,
directing
yeah.
movies?
There's a lot of investors that wanted to skip out on us because we wanted to make a movie about Lanier. I
Mm,
mean, I'm just proudly black, right? Like,
yeah.
and I was like, I'm not coming off of it because it's like, like the black dollar is so powerful, and it's kind of like I had to explain to them why people would support it. And
Hmm.
it was one of those things which I try to look for in movies. Like the more that I want to do is first off, like the name has to already sell itself as to
Hmm.
why people already want to watch it, right? You hear
Mm,
Lanier, a lot of people would already be interested because it's about Lake Lanier. But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of
right.
them are like, yeah, black movies don't sell. They don't sell internationally, which is the common uh theme for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's derived from, but it's so common.
Oh, I mean, we know it's derived from. It's racism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. It's
that's
not
true
that black
too.
movies don't sell. It's that we don't want black movies to sell internationally. We don't want this to happen because hip hop is the most popular genre of music in the world.
Oh yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
if black music sells around the world twice, a black movie will at least make it around one time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I believe. So we had to really like we had to kind of just it was grassroots. Like we had to come up with
Hmm.
whatever we could because as y'all know, filmmaking can be very expensive. So it was like,
Hmm.
all right, we just gotta get what we can and just see where it lands at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's a common problem, man, and it's really sad too because it's like there's so
Yeah.
much great art out there, but people just can't do it because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. And on a certain level, I appreciate that. I appreciate that like a lot of black movies, black art has to be like scrappy. It has to be like we're pulling together the little to nothing we have to make this come true because we're so passionate about it. And I think that always comes through in black movies, and that's why they're so successful. And they always say the magic of black people is being able to make something out of nothing. So.
That's so true. That is so true.
But you had like unprecedented success on Lanier. Like, I just want to know, how did that feel? You getting on the Shade Room, you got a lot of like traditional media, you're on the news, right? And it was a lot of people were saying great things about the movie. And even if they weren't, you were always the topic of the conversation. Like people were always talking about it. So how did that feel to have all of that feedback from your film?
It was kind of a mixed bag for me because I'm someone that doesn't receive praise well. I kind of treat it the same as like criticism. That makes sense. Um, but I would say I think for me, like I cried like a baby like when we finished the movie. That was
Mm,
my first time crying because it was like
Mm.
so much like through the journey of doing it, like times where I just wanted to pull out my hair. I wanted to just like quit
hmm
making the movie. I'm sure a lot of directors can speak to that. Like there were times where I was just like, it's over with. Like we put so much into it and it's not going to even come to fruition just because of
hmm
money and just empty promises from people that say like we're going to invest this into it. We got stood up waiting for an investor that we were supposed to
Mm.
meet with.
Mm.
Um so it was kind of just like a mixed bag. I was really happy that, it kind of took a life of its own because that's what we kind of thought from the start, right? Just because traditionally there's a lot of news about Lake Lanier. It doesn't matter. Every
Hmm.
summer, unfortunately, you're going to hear about someone drowning in the lake because they wanted to, I don't know, show off, be
Yeah.
stupid. Sometimes it's just like, it's an accident. Like someone falls over on their boat and then
Hmm.
they just can't come back up, right? So I would say for me, yeah, overall it was a mixed bag, but I was overall happy because then like investors could see like, they could bet on us again once the
Yeah.
film got its budget back and then it made some money. Like they could
Hmm.
finally see what we were trying to tell them from the beginning, like, because that was my first like feature film. So a lot of people were like, you haven't even done this. Why would I invest in you?
Mm.
Yeah.
You know?
And that attitude, I guess, like the inexperienced thing is like I guess that I can understand is if that's your only hesitation, it's just like, oh, I haven't seen you do this already, you know. But you just, I don't know. I don't know. I guess is it hard to find investors that are willing to take a chance on like a young director on a young studio or just someone who's like fresh to the business?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I
Hmm.
definitely do agree, unless it's kind of one of those things like a short film that kind of just goes viral, or
Mm,
if it's like they find you in a film festival.
hmm.
Um, if you don't have those two working for you, then yeah. Or if you don't have name talent, because we didn't really have name talent in the
Mm,
film, then I would say, like, yeah, it's going to be really hard for someone to invest in you, which is crazy to me because some
hmm.
people, they understand the culture, but they also understand, like, I would just say concepts that speak to a community, right? And that
Right.
might be something the investor doesn't even know. Like they can't even relate to it because they don't even come from that world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Get that.
So let's talk about like writing the film. Um, Lanier, and like when I watch this film, each person has a very distinct um, voice. They all, appear to have a full life behind them. So, how did you do that? How did you make every character so whole and unique?
Wow. Thank you, first and foremost. Yeah, because sometimes when I watch the movie back, I'm just like, man, we should have done this, we should have done that. But I think that's every director.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say, studying great scripts is where it started for me. Get
Mm.
Out was probably the start for me to want to make a horror movie, just because, Jordan is such a trailblazer in my mind because he really introduced social commentary into horror movies. Didn't even know that could be done. But the more I thought about the movie, I was like, yeah, that's why the movie just worked, is because he's shaping a message around a horror flick. So it's more digestible. It's not like you're coming off as preachy. Um, it's just very creative. And then I knew, like, okay, like everyone has to have their own voice. Nobody can speak in the same way. Everyone's
Hmm.
dialect has to be different. Everybody's uh just their whole persona just have to be different because that's how our world actually is. We're all unique in our own ways. So I knew for the script, and every script that I do, I try to always, I try to go back to like, man, I know this person. I've seen this person. I've heard this person speak. And I try to apply that to like the actual characters all around.
Hmm.
Mm. Mm. That's
Yes.
good. That's good.
And you wrote this movie, or you helped write it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was the lead writer on it. My wife helped me write it as well. And
Okay.
then yeah, we kind of just all came together with the cast to check it out. A lot of people told me, hey, like I feel like we should change this, we should change that. And I'm a very like open director, very collaborative.
Hmm.
Sometimes if there's something that, an actor may not see, I have to explain it to them.
Right.
Um, and as long as it's not against like their morals, or because there's some actors, and rightfully so, they don't want to portray like dying on film, right? Because you got to be
Right.
careful with some of the things you portray. So, yeah, so that's kind of how it worked in the writing process.
Okay.
Mm.
Nice. And I guess like where did the idea come from? Because I mean, I'm sure we're all like from being from Georgia, we all familiar with Lake Lanier. And you said that you saw Jordan Peele and he made you kind of want to write a horror movie. Was it just like the immediate connection? Like he's like, "Ooh, I want to make a horror movie, Lake Lanier. That's going to be it." Or did it like how did you come up with the idea for the movie?
Well, I came up with the idea for the movie because, like, it might have been like 4 years ago. We were supposed to be working with this one team, and this is what I mean when people just like flex, but they're not really
Hmm.
actually about it.
Yeah.
Um, they had all the money in the world, quote unquote. They lived in the country club of the South. It looked really good.
Hmm.
We were talking about doing just like a found footage movie at first of like
Ooh,
Lanier, right? I love found footage
me
movies.
too.
Yeah, they're so cool. So that was the inception, right? A found footage
Hmm.
movie, we'll do it for like, I don't know. I think we were saying like 15K, 20K. And
Hmm.
then we came there for the meeting. We were talking to them. They were like, yeah, we don't need a script. We're just gonna do bullet points. And we're not gonna pay anybody. We're just gonna call in favors. And I was like,
Hmm.
nah, yeah, ain't it. Like already. I'm like, that don't even make sense if y'all got all the money in the world. Like, why wouldn't
Right.
you pay people? I thought 15, 20 is like peanuts to y'all. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was from that moment, we pretty much just told them like, hey, like, we don't want to do this. We want to go in a different direction.
Hmm.
And they were just like pretty much, okay, good luck. And I told them from there, like at the end of the day, like you can't stop destiny. Like if this is meant to be, it's going
Hmm.
to happen, no matter what. So that's where it originally came from until we said like, okay, we're gonna scrap the found footage idea and make it more like traditional.
Hmm.
Okay. Very cool,
Hmm.
man. This is it's all. So were they saying they weren't going to pay y'all? Like y'all were like, oh, we'll make this movie for 15, 20K, and they were like, oh, nah, we're just gonna call in
Oh
some
no.
favors.
They didn't want to pay nobody, like nobody, including like the crew that was gonna help, like the editing.
What?
They just wanted to call in favors just to like complete everything. And I was like, man, that just
Yeah, and you
nah.
know what? I can believe it if they're like, oh, we got all the money in the world because they don't spend none of it. They keep all the money for themselves.
There
Yeah.
you go. That might be what it is. But I was like, man, I can't do that unless, you're genuinely telling people like, hey, I just can't afford it. Not you live in the country club of the South and you're like, yeah, you're not getting paid either. I'm like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, right, right. Like we see you got it. It's hanging out your pocket.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that is extremely interesting that it was going to be a found footage movie because I was like, when I was watching it, I was like, "Ooh, this would be a good found footage movie." Because I love found footage. In fact, I wrote one, and you read it.
I read
I
it. It was good.
oh, wow, thank you. But I will say that I saw some elements of it that would work great for found footage. But like when you had to make that change from found footage to traditional, um, and all the other changes that I know that you made during this film that were different from your original um, idea, like did you take those hard? Did you take those like in stride? Like, what was your thought process with all the changes?
I think I learned early on, like a more experienced writer than me said, you will have to like kill your babies. That's
Mm,
exactly how he said it to me. Like when we were
yeah.
writing, I think it was a TV pilot. I think that's the first thing I wrote. It was called Trap, but I got so attached to the story that we were writing. I didn't want to change anything. And he was like, look, man, like for us to continue, because we were getting notes from like different studios, because there's like some services you can do.
Hmm.
I think it's like Stage 24 and some other ones. But they were giving us feedback on the pilot script. They were like, you need to change this, you need to change that. I was like, bro, I don't even recognize this story anymore. And he was like, hey
Hmm.
man, like for us to continue, you have to learn one of the most gut-wrenching lessons to be a screenwriter, which is like kill your babies. You have to
Hmm.
kill your babies sometimes if you want it to see the light of day.
Hmm.
Um, so for me, we were under the impression, this is when we were a little gullible, that we can make $1 million picture. That's all that we were talking about. Like, okay, we got to get like a mill to make this film. So we wrote the script. The beginning script was in mind of like $1 million. Obviously, you can't do that when you only got like 100,000 because that's what we shot the movie on.
Yeah.
So for me to like kind of just like gut it, it wasn't that hard anymore because I had learned that lesson from that
Mm,
gentleman of like, okay, you gotta if you want it to happen, you're gonna have to take out a lot of things that you wanted, a lot of things that you want to do. And I was like, fuck. But I mean, like, what else can I
yeah.
do? So I guess I just took it in stride because it came to a point where I was like, like we got to do the movie because the biggest
Hmm.
story of this movie, and I haven't really talked about it, but I don't give a fuck anymore. The biggest thing about it though was that our main investor didn't want to invest in it anymore.
Oh.
Uh,
Mm,
for whatever reason, right? Like we had the money, and she was just like, "Yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. I want to build my money with like stocks and something else." I was like, that's cool, but you already signed a contract and you gave us
Mm-hmm.
the money. So you can't back out of an investment. If it works, great, but you know the risk. If it doesn't work, then that's the
hmm.
risk you got to be willing to take. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So,
Because I'm not
with
giving the money back.
hell no. We fought so hard to like, oh my gosh, if y'all only knew. Like I was like,
Yeah.
there ain't no way that's happening. We're shooting a movie. So at that point, for me too, I was kind of just like, fuck it. Like we gotta get it done. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because she felt like we were moving too fast. We wanted to raise more. I was like, look, sometimes, you just gotta play the cards that you're dealt. As long as
Hmm.
that's what I always tell filmmakers. Like sometimes you just gotta play the cards that you're dealt. Like sometimes it's not even about the money that makes the movie good. Sometimes it's just the story that just makes the
Yeah.
movie good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And I feel like that should always be the case. It's always the story, the writing, the craft, the effort that makes the money good, and not just throwing $1 million at it. Because a million
yeah,
dollars worth of trash is still just a pile of trash, you know?
yeah, exactly. So
And
yeah.
that investor, they've made their money back and then some, right? At this
Oh my
point.
gosh. Yeah, she's made so much money. She's made so much money. And I just think about like, cause then sometimes like, we haven't talked in a little bit, but when we do talk, she's always like, oh, I always knew it. I always believed in y'all. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, you full of shit.
Sure.
Like, you just full of shit. That's all I can think about where I'm just
Yeah.
like, like that's why you can't ever count anybody out that has a vision. You read the script. She knew
Hmm.
exactly what we were going for too. So at any
Hmm.
moment you can kind of like say like, I think we should go in this direction for XYZ reasons. There was none of that. She loved it from the beginning. It was just
Okay.
that we couldn't raise no more money. Everybody we were talking to, for whatever reason, they just wanted to pass. So I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't knock our effort. So if this is all we got, like, we can't just
Right.
say, okay, we're not going to shoot it anymore. Like, it's
Yeah.
over with.
Mm.
Yeah. So I guess, do you think it was like this? Because do you think it was like other investors passing on the movie that kind of like shook her confidence and made her be like, well, maybe I want to pull out too?
Yeah, I think it was that, but then also I think this was her first feature film that she invested in,
Mm.
right? So
Mm.
oftentimes when, because we had another investor, right? He wasn't as tied to his money, but he gave us a
Hmm.
lesser amount. And he told me over the phone, like, bro, I'm expecting to lose this money that I just gave you. And I was like, wow, like what makes you say that? Why do you have that like mind frame? He was like, it's not you. It's just the mind frame you have to have when you invest into something, period.
Mm.
You have to be
Mm.
willing to just say, like, well, if I'm putting this money in, then it's like it don't exist anymore.
Right.
But she didn't
Yeah.
have that because she might have just bit off too much she could chew as well, right?
Mm.
So that
Yeah.
might have been part of it as well. But then also she just had this studio mindset. Like, we gotta get Lanier into a studio. We gotta, because we had a meeting with Lionsgate, we had a meeting with Paramount, we had some meetings with some other people, and
Mm.
I was just like in my head, y'all are full of shit. Like to all the studios that I was really thinking like, no, we can't do that because what they wanted to do was that, they wanted to bring in a name talent. The name talent was demanding XYZ. They didn't want to put
Mm.
more money into it, so I was like, no, we're not doing that. Like,
Wait. Y'all want to bring in big name actors, but y'all ain't gonna pay them?
exactly. So I was like, no, we're not doing that. Like they didn't want to put more money into the film. They were like, yeah, this person here, he wants 50,000 and then he wants to only be in like a couple scenes or whatever. I was like, nah, I'm good. But
What?
she
Half our
felt like
budget for 30 seconds of footage? Like,
exactly. So, and she just felt like, yeah, we should do this because it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. And I was just like, nah, like we just wanna stay like independent. So that might have
hmm
wrestled her up too, because we're kind of just we're controlling it. We're saying what we feel like is best for the project. So,
right.
I don't think that just went well with her because I think from her profession, she was used to like running everything and saying, this
Mm.
is how it's going to go, right? And
hmm
I was just like, yeah, it don't work like that. Like when you
Yeah.
invest in somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, that's just a part of it. That's why you got to be careful sometimes with who invest in your stuff because you need people that have their head on straight,
hmm
understand shit might get rocky,
Yeah.
but what good is success if it doesn't come with any rockiness at the end of the day? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's about the
so
journey.
it's about the journey. So
Yeah.
And the money.
Uh,
I want my money back.
yeah, yeah, and we want the money back.
um, a big thing and how I knew that you were really successful was when you quit your job, your 9 to 5, to fully invest your time into your production company, Scary House. So, what was that like? What was it like to say, I'm not coming to work anymore, I got my own thing back?
Man, it's still surreal. It's still surreal to this day. I mean, I didn't, I made that announcement. It hasn't been that long ago. I think I quit my job in May. Uh, and I was just like, you know what? It's time because from the success of Lanier, surviving Lake Lanier, and some other things as well, I was just telling myself, well, if I don't go for it now, then I don't know when I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with having a with
hmm
having a son. I was a bit
Mm,
fearful, but I was telling Cindy, my wife too, like I want to leave the good for the great because my job was good. Sometimes, you're not even as busy, right? But it's like when it gets busy, oh, it's fucking busy. Like you can't like
hmm
break away from it. Um, so I don't know. I think leaving my job too taught me as well. Like again, like done is better than perfect. Don't rely on so much money because Lanier took about like 2 years to make in totality. But if you want to
hmm
count the country club fakes, then you might as well say it took like 6 years to happen. But that
hmm
only was the case because we were relying so much on we need this amount of money. So I think it's
hmm
taught me as well how to be more resourceful and just listen to that inner voice to say like, okay, this feels like a right move, but calculating the risk as to where like if it doesn't go to plan, you can't make another movie or you can't make another move. So, um, yeah, it's been surreal though, honestly, to be able to just create and that be my day job now.
Okay. Yeah. That's what's up. What was your day job before?
Oh, it was video editing. I used to do car
Oh,
ads. So I did a bunch of car
gotcha.
ads for Dodge, for Chrysler, for a bunch of like car brands. And I was just like,
Hmm
man, I can't do this every day. I feel like a robot. Like,
Yeah.
um, and I was just like, no, I gotta just go for it because it'll always be there too. It was kind of one of those jobs, you know what I mean? Because I didn't
hmm
leave. I didn't just tell my boss like, yo, I fucking quit. I'm making movies full time. Nah, I did a 2 week notice. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was like, we're gonna miss you. It was kind of like one of those.
Yeah,
I didn't just
yeah.
wake up and say, fuck it, I'm out. Like, so yeah.
Yeah, you have been working on it for a minute. And so, was there a time where you were working on, like, you're doing the full-time job and you were working on Scary House? You're like doing, like, trying to balance both of these things?
Yeah, we did Lanier literally as we were working this full-time job. I was
Hmm.
on the fucking clock as we were making the movie. Like I
Shut up.
remember, yeah, I remember
That's the way
waking
to do
up.
it.
Yeah, for real. I mean, sometimes you just have to, because I was like, damn, we're spending so much money. We need something coming in, like to just see
Hmm.
what happens with Lanier. But I remember there was one morning because Lanier was shot in like 10 days, but we stayed at a location for like 6 or 7 days at this house that the homeowner allow us to shoot in for most of the movie. And I
Hmm.
remember
Hmm.
we woke up one day, we had so much work, we had so many cases that came in. And then like I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take a breather. I'm gonna walk outside. Biggest fucking mistake ever. I walked outside, everyone had questions. What are we doing today? What are we doing? Da da da. What are we, so it was like, oh my God, like that's when it hit me like, yo, I don't think I can balance a job with like filmmaking. But at that point, I was
Yeah.
like, well, I just got to do it because, Lanier we haven't even released it. We don't even know what we got. So I was like,
Yeah.
whenever I just get that chance to be able to say, okay, like I'm out, I'm doing it because it was stressful.
Hmm.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. So you were on the set of Lanier, still making car ads, still editing the
Yes.
car ads. Golly,
Yes.
man, and we are happy you did it. Like we said, sometimes it's about the journey and the struggle, and
Yeah.
that's why you're so successful now.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and I thank y'all for it. Yeah, I think it's also just because too, it was just like we really because the a big thing that I want to say to the people listening too, if you're into filmmaking, always learn how to invest into your marketing because that's really what took Lanier, I think, to that next level, right? Like
Hmm.
organic marketing is perfect. You can have the best trailers, the best teasers. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do all the right things organically, but you always need some form of paid media to um
Hmm.
to help people be able to see the movie. And that's what Lanier really taught me, like in the end, because once one blog posted us, all the other blogs like really took off with it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you always have to invest into like the marketing. Like people can say what they want about him. Like, me and Jared were in between, but this movie is going to be
Hmm.
successful no
Yeah.
matter
Yeah.
what, because the marketing within it, it's already, Jordan
Oh
Peele,
yeah.
Jordan Peele, Jordan Peele. So it's already like it's taking a life of its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shoot, next year is gonna be Will Anderson. Will Anderson.
Hey, hey, hey. I claim that. I claim that. I claim that.
Yes, always invest in marketing. Um, so, some of my last questions. You are now doing a little, I don't know how to really say this, but little pop culture things on your YouTube channel. So, how
Yes.
is that transition from these horror movies that inspire and have a conversation to you you listening to the conversation that's already happening and you capitalizing on what's going on? Because I gotta tell you, have I love it when you drop something new, because I could like, okay, great, cleaning day. I'm going to clean and I'm going to make sure that this house is spotless. I have it on in the background. So like, I love when you drop something new and when you do. I think you had multiple for the Cardi case, or you had multiple for something. And I was like, yes, 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 and I need to find out what happens next. So how was that transition from the movies to you doing these to you being reactionatory with pop culture and having making these YouTube shows?
Yeah, so I would say, so I started doing that. I would say the success of Scary Hours YouTube channel really came during the whole Diddy trial and
That was it.
when things were like starting off with like Diddy because we did like Surviving Diddy, and
Mm-hmm.
that was my
Hmm.
first time experiencing a video like hit a mill in like 2 weeks. Um, and I thought like, well, first off, I needed a break from some of the scripts I was writing because, I feel like when I write, sometimes if it's not hitting me, I'll do something stupid in the script and I'm like, why did I do that? Now I got to change like everything. So I was like, okay, I need to stop like just focusing on this one thing and kind of introduce something else that can
Hmm.
take me out of the script and I can just like, make a voiceover or edit something else. You know what I mean? Because part of like leaving my job, it also showed me like, as you're waiting for a movie to be completed, and I talked about the process, it takes a little while. So I was like, you know what? I need to be making like some other things that I'm passionate about that's happening and just make like a documentary out of it because sometimes there's a lot of misinformation. Um and I was like, you know what? I want to give this a go. So that's how it started, but I would say the transition is nice because it's
Mm,
like I don't have to drop off from doing new scripts or new movies. I can just kind of just say, "Hey, I want to do this for the day," and then maybe once I'm done, because I did that, maybe something will hit me about a script because of
Hmm.
what I just talked about, but I can use that as inspo. Um, so I would say it's been fun. Like I've
mm,
always been into YouTube though since like like 2016. I've
mm.
always had an interest in YouTube vloggers, kind of those channels that are very doc oriented. They do a great job. Like these docs look like it should be on like HBO Max or Netflix, but they're just like
Hmm.
YouTube documentaries. Um, so yeah, I would say it was smooth though.
Okay, okay. And final question. Let's get back to me. Um,
Okay.
um, now, one of the best feedback that I got from my scripts was from you. And it really made me happy because I was like, I don't think this is gonna be made. I don't care. I just had for my New Year's resolution it was I need to write this script. And one of
hmm
the best feedback that I got was from you, and you said I can't make this because this is too dark for me to make. I was like, yes, I love it. I love it. So, Demarcus hasn't read the script.
You
So,
didn't
like,
share it with me.
would you read it?
Yeah, Darren, you're my friend. Of course I would read it.
Oh, I didn't know you would read it.
I got friends that have written books, and I'll read their book just because they wrote it,
I know
good
that
or not good.
I know that we've been on this podcast and you don't even read the comic that people have sent. So.
You'll be reading the comics. I don't read a whole, resume like you do, but I would at least read like the first issue or the first couple of issues just to be able to, say talk about it a little something.
I didn't know you would read it. Okay, but
There you
you
go. Now
said
you know, Jared.
yeah. You said that it was too dark, Will. So like can you explain to Demarcus how it was too dark?
Yeah, so for me, right, like I felt like this would smile, right? Like when I watched that, I was just like, damn, there was no hope for the main character from the jump. It was just like, yo, she ain't no, it's over with. She dying. Like it's over with. But it got like darker and darker and darker. I felt like there was no chance for her ever to get out of it where there was like no light. So for your script that you wrote, I kind of felt like the same way, especially during the moment where there were like chains, like kind of like piercing through people's body, and it was just very like gory. And then also it was like I don't know, I'm just a fan of movies that like have the main character overcome the darkness and
Oh.
they okay, let's put it like this. Like for him, right? How will the film have felt if he signed that contract in the end instead of doing what he did it in the end? It would have probably just been like a very dark ending of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take on Isaiah's White's legacy and just be what he was,
Mhm.
you know?
Hmm.
So it just didn't, and I think there's a world for that. I'm not gonna say there's not because I think like Okay, so I'm kind of like I don't like movies that are too light, and I don't like movies that are too dark. I like the
Mm,
mid ground of like,
Hmm.
okay, we got both in here, you know.
mm,
But like I said, your movie really like it's great because it gave me that paranormal activity dash type of feel, like where it's like it's found footage, um, and it can work because it's already been done. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
So. I just couldn't do it because I was like, damn, this is dark, Garrett. This movie is dark. But I think it'll still be good just for my liking though, you know? And you
Yeah.
got the whole HBCUs. I told you that in your notes. Like I love that you tie that in because there's your marketing right there. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Like, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. That was like my job is done. I could close the book on that film. So yeah, yeah. I really was very happy with some of that feedback because like I sent it to another director slash writer and he was like, "This isn't even the right format. I can't even read this." It's like, what are you talking about? It is in the right format. I don't know what to do, so why don't you help me? But yeah, yeah. So, you passed the interview segment of our round. Now it's time for the quick fire segment. Will, I'm going to ask you 17 fun questions based on this episode, based on some of our past episodes, based on your life, just to see where your head is at. You do not have to give us like the full drawn out. You could just give us the one word answer. But of course, if you want to, we want to hear the full answer. So
Okay.
keep that in mind. Okay, are you ready for the quick fire segments?
I am ready.
Okay, what is your favorite found footage movie?
Favorite found footage movie. That's a good one. I would say it's a tie between Paranormal Activity
Mm,
and um By Ends Meet. That's another great found
Mm.
footage movie that I
by
enjoy.
ends meets?
By
Hmm
ends meet. Okay, okay.
I never heard of that one. Hold on. And I
Mm.
watch.
Mine is
hmm
mine is Chronicle.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
excuse
that's
me,
a
excuse
good
me.
one.
End of Watch. End of Watch.
Okay, end of watch.
That's a good
Oh, about the
police.
cops. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. I love that movie too. So much heart into when people make like found footage movies with heart, it just is so good.
Um, there was a movie that I just saw, and I can't remember the name of it, but it actually chronic. It was like these French people were making a documentary about somebody making a found footage movie. It was funny, and I talked about it on this podcast. I can't
Hmm.
remember what
Hmm.
it's called, and I it was funny, it was scary, it was good, and it was like the best found footage I've ever seen. It just came out, so I didn't. And I'm gonna try to find the name by the time this podcast ends. But it was so good. Okay, next question. On that note of movies, what is your favorite horror movie of all time?
Oh, I gotta say, well, I guess if we can say it's horror, it's not really horror, but I gotta say Get Out because that's what got me.
Mm,
Mm.
That's what got me started.
okay, okay.
Nice.
Uh, what would you rather be, a werewolf or a vampire?
Hmm. I don't know. I love Sinners so much, so I'm gonna say vampire just because Sinners got me
Hmm.
like they reintroduced it. So I'm like, yeah, I would
Yeah.
be I would be yeah, vampire.
Okay, okay. And that movie is called Found Footage: The Making of the Patterson Project. You gotta check it out.
Making of
It's
them.
Okay.
so good. It is so good. All right. Next
Check it out.
question. What's your favorite, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Okay, okay. Um, what's better show, Fresh Prince or Martin?
that's a good question. I'm gonna say Fresh Prince. That's a
Okay.
close one for me though.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, Next question. Who is your favorite rapper turned into an actor?
Favorite rapper turned into an actor. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say ASAP Rocky. I know that's kind of like
Wow.
yeah, I'm gonna say that because I feel like he has more range than he's leaving on than just like the thug. Like
Hmm.
I don't know if y'all seen the newest Highest to Lowest, but he played that
Mm-hmm.
role where he was basically a rapper who was like, he came from the gutter. But I feel like he got more artistry to him that he's leading on, honestly. But
Yeah.
I feel like he like rapped. I guess I could say Will Smith too, but I feel like he's somebody
You
that
guess?
yeah, I guess I could say Will Smith because he's the biggest rapper turned actor, but I don't know. There's something about ASAP Rocky. Mark my words.
Mm.
There's
Hmm.
something about him that he could be a big time actor, like a superstar,
So you see a
Okay.
lot of potential.
for sure. For
Mm.
Yeah.
sure.
I can see
I,
that. I've only seen ASAP Rocky and Dope, but I kind of got that feeling there too. Just like, oh, like I wish I saw more of him in this movie.
yeah.
Exactly. Like I feel like he could take on more roles and he could like really body it. Like I don't know
Hmm.
why. It's just something about his demeanor.
Yeah, I would like to see him doing something sci-fi, fantasy, or horror. I don't want to see him around
Mm.
drugs anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Drugs or
That's what I
guns.
mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What upcoming movie or TV show is on your must-watch list?
Okay, so obviously it was him. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing the Smashing Machine with The Rock because I've been hearing good things about it.
Mm.
His first Oscar uh nomination movie, it seems, from
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people that have been talking about it. It has a lot of good reviews. I want to see One Battle After Another too, as well, with Leo and Tiana Taylor. That looks really
Hmm.
good. Um, and then there was one other movie. Oh, Anaconda. I just saw that when I saw him. I saw that come on in the theaters. It looks so funny with Jack Black and what's the other guy's name? Paul Rudd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks really funny.
This is an Anaconda remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they made it into a comedy where it's like
Yeah.
it's hilarious. Like,
Wait, so the original Anaconda wasn't a comedy? I'm just joking.
wasn't it serious though, or was
No,
it
Yeah,
it
it
funny?
was it was
was.
meant to be serious, but I remember watching
Oh,
it being like, this is ridiculous. Like, look at this
oh,
snake.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. But now they're making it a full-on comedy. Like we gotta, it's pretty much you're making a movie inside of a movie. Like let's
Yeah.
direct a new Anaconda movie. So like it just goes
Yeah.
terrible from the
Okay.
preview.
And it
Nice.
is, and that trailer was another thing that seemed like this would work better as a found footage movie. Really.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Are there a lot of like found footage comedies though? Is that like
yeah.
a genre? Okay.
Yeah. Mockumentaries like Best in Show is about like
Mm.
a dog competition, Spinal Tap, and they're
Okay.
making a new Spinal Tap. Um, and there's some other ones. But I'm mostly looking forward to Good Boy, which is an upcoming horror movie about, it's like shot in the perspective of a dog who was trying to warn his owner about supernatural things in the house. And
I
like,
heard about that one.
yeah,
Oh.
everybody
Yeah.
on TikTok that's seen it said it's the best show, that he is the best actor, that this dog,
The
and
dog? Oh, okay.
yeah, because
Damn.
he's like the main character, and like everyone on TikTok said that seen it said he's the best actor they've seen in their whole lives, and it's scary and it's um, emotional, and yeah, I can't wait to see that. Okay,
Okay.
aliens come to Earth, and it is your job to make them love movies. What do you make them watch?
Man, what do I make them watch? Damn, what's a movie where aliens have been highlighted in a good light? Um, I would. What would I show them? I can't show them Alien versus Predator. They gon'
Mm-mm.
it's over with. Like after that, if I show them
Yeah.
that, they like you coming up with us. I'm gonna get beamed up.
Right. This is what
Um,
you think of us?
what would I show them? Um, trying to think. Damn,
What's
that's a
the
good question.
what's the one with Eddie Murphy where they're like aliens inside like a human body? Is that
Uh,
My Favorite Martian?
I think so. I gotta see which one that was. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like I would show them Men in Black.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like Men in Black would be like, okay, you know what? Earth don't seem so bad.
I mean,
I mean, it
they're
is,
killing
but
the aliens.
well, yeah, that's
Not
true.
all of
That's
them.
true.
Some of them they give them like amnesty and they like take care of them. They got like social programs for
Yeah.
aliens trying to integrate and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think it's a full spectrum.
Okay. Okay. Demarcus, the movie you were talking about with
Meet
Eddie
Dave.
Murphy, it's called Meat Day. Okay.
Yep.
Next question. You're on number 9. Your kid is 10 months old, but when he gets older, what are you
Hmm.
gonna let him watch on TV? Say around like 5 or so. What are you gonna let him watch on TV? Or are you gonna be like, which isn't bad because a lot of these shows are on there, or are you gonna be like a iPad YouTube dad?
I feel like, well, first off, we don't let our baby have a lot of screen time already.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say when he gets older, honestly, like I would rather show him, and I was just telling Cindy this, I would rather show him things that are like, of course, when he gets to a certain age, I would say 5 would more so be like the Iron Giant or
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
uh like Jurassic Park, the first ones because those were the best.
hmm
Stuff like that. But as he gets older, I feel like there's an age where I will show him stuff that's more so like he's gonna learn about the world because I'm like, it's either we
mm,
introduce it to him or somebody else introduces it to him, if that
hmm
makes sense. And I would
Yeah.
rather be the one to introduce it to him. I'm trying to think of a movie that's like that could be considered like for me, I watched so much bad shit when I was just way too young because my parents just didn't care. Like I watched
Mm-hmm.
Blade when I was like freaking 6 or 7, and I was scared
hmm
to death. Like is the
What?
world like this? Like I was so scared. Like it was like they were real and they were coming to get me. So
Yeah.
um I don't know. So yeah, when he's like 5, I would say stuff like that. But as he gets to like let's say
Blade.
12, no, not Blade. I won't show him Blade, but but when he's 13, 12, yeah, Cindy will probably be against it. But I'd be like, nah. I mean, like it's okay because
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like at that age, like you can see what type of child you got because he's either going to enjoy it or he's going to be scared. You know what I mean?
hmm
Yeah. Yeah.
Um. So yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I watched Belly at a very young age, but that started me on my journey of watching more black movies, like What's Love Got to Do with
Mm.
It, Amistad, The Color Purple. I was like, I've never seen any of this, and I don't know why. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what is a documentary or non-fiction film to watch for a first-time viewer? Well, that you would recommend for a first-time viewer.
A documentary. Man, that's a good question. I've seen some really good docs. I would probably say my favorite doc from this year, what is that called about? It's like about consumption, like at least in America, how we consume the most.
Mm.
Let me see.
Mm.
It was a Netflix doc.
Mm.
Um, was it by more documentary? Hold on, let me see. Oh, Buy Now, The
Mm.
Shopping Conspiracy. So this
hmm hmm
documentary really went into how brands trick people to consume more and how it's their only job to get you to buy now. I felt like that documentary was very eye-opening, and it really even showed me like, damn, do I be doing this? Like, have I felt
Hmm.
for one of these before when I've bought something? So
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend everyone to check that out because it really makes you reflect of how you consume things and if you're an over consumer versus not being an over consumer.
Okay. Seven more. What is your favorite adult cartoon?
Adult cartoon?
Yes.
Oh, I would say Family Guy.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, I would say Family Guy. Or I would say and probably in second place, I would say Futurama. I used to freaking love
Ooh.
Futurama. It's
Have
so funny.
Have you
That's
seen the
good,
new?
easy watching.
Have you seen the new season?
No, I haven't. I haven't yet.
Hmm, me
It's good.
neither. I haven't
Oh,
seen
okay.
it. I've been watching One Piece. Who is the gayest Disney villain?
The gayest Disney villain? Um, I don't know.
Oh.
Um, the gayest Disney villain.
And is it, are you saying I don't know as in I don't really see them as gay, or I don't know as in they're all pretty gay?
I I never even thought about like their sexuality
Oh.
like with villains.
Really?
Yeah, unless we're
Okay.
like, okay, are we talking like, is it animated? Or are we saying, because I mean, Disney like bought basically everything. So are we talking like
Oh.
narrative like features from Disney?
Yeah.
I said Disney, but I think that I was thinking more of the animated like Scar, Jafar, but you can throw in a
Oh,
Thanos if you want to.
um, man, wasn't there wasn't there a gay superhero or it wasn't Black Widow? I thought someone was gay in the Avengers for some reason. Could be wrong, but I thought somebody
Mm,
was. Um, I would say I'm gonna say Black Widow. I'm pretty sure there was a
Okay.
scene where I was like, "Oh, Black Widow's gay." I don't know why, but I feel like I remember saying that verbatim.
hmm hmm Okay, okay.
I think she goes both ways in the comment, but okay.
Hmm.
Okay,
Who is your favorite black superhero?
my favorite Black superhero. Oh, I'm gonna have to say Blade because not only was I
Hmm.
scarred from an
Mm.
early age, but now it's just like Wesley Snipes is like he said in Deadpool versus Wolverine, there can only be one Blade. I don't know. That's
Hmm.
just fucking iconic. Like no character,
Yeah.
no superhero has stood on business and said such a thing like that. Like,
Right, right.
Okay. Who is the better dad, Goku or Vegeta?
mm, damn, that's a good question. Wow. Because I feel like Vegeta's more so like, son, you got to know like the evilness of the world. I'm gonna show you like life ain't pretty. Like he would break his
Yeah.
son. He would break his son just to like
To build him up.
to build him up, exactly. And Goku is more so like, no, son, you want to fight everybody at their full strength. Like, we got to go about it the right way.
Nah.
Um, I would say the world we live in, Vegeta would be the better
Hmm.
dad because it's
Yeah,
not beating around the bush. But I
I
would
would
say
agree.
my dad type is like Goku mixed with a little bit
Mm.
of Vegeta. Like I feel
Okay.
Yeah.
like there's some things like you can't really beat around the bush. Like, my son being black in America, I will have to tell him like the truth. I can't beat around the bush. Like,
Hmm.
you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like if you get stopped by the police, like immediately, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to don't open the door for them because
Yeah.
they're just looking for an
Hmm.
excuse at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The
And then
original.
Vegeta was also present. Goku was dead half the time.
That is true. That's true. Goku is the GOAT though. We just
Yeah.
can't get
I mean,
it twisted, but Yeah.
He's the GOAT fighter. He is not the GOAT dad.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause that's true. Because Gohan had a well, Piccolo basically raised Gohan. I mean, like, yeah,
Right.
like when they fought Cell, it was crazy.
The correct answer is Piccolo. I'm
Mm.
just kidding. Um, what is your favorite TV theme song of all time?
Of all time,
Mm-hmm.
um, mm, I would say I gotta go with Fresh Prince. I feel like
Mm.
it's
That
either
is a good
that
one.
or the Wayans Bros.
Oh.
Give me a
Mm.
high five. I don't know. Both of those just replay in my head like all the time.
Okay. Um, who is your favorite black character who isn't even black?
Isn't even black. My favorite black character that isn't even black.
We're think
Man, I'm
we're
gonna
thinking of
say,
folks like. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, I'm gonna say Tommy from Power.
Oh, well.
Okay. Uh, that's not a bad answer. That's not a bad answer. Because I was like, oh, he was one of us.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I feel like Tommy, I would say. But if you probably let me think on it, I would then say probably Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
but he
Okay.
wasn't like, he didn't have any like
Wait.
soul to him before he became Heisenberg. That's when the swag started to come
Mm.
in, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
yes,
know.
yes. But I would still write a letter to the network if one of these characters said the N word.
Oh,
Hmm.
but if
absolutely.
but if like Panthro from Thundercats or Skeeter from Doug or even Piccolo said the N word, I'd be like, okay, I can see it.
Unexpected, but okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Piccolo saying the N word, it would just be fitting for Piccolo.
it
Yeah.
Piccolo's black. I don't care. He green,
Right.
but he
But he
black.
black.
would.
He got on a do rag every episode.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. He gotta be.
Okay. Final question. It's going to be a very hard one. Who
All
is
right.
your favorite basketball player?
Oh, that's not a hard one at all. That's
Allen
co-
Iverson
oh, okay.
or Michael Jordan?
Mm.
I would I would say Allen Iverson just
Mm.
because there's always this argument in the basketball community about Michael Jordan being the GOAT or LeBron or Kobe. Now Kobe is my favorite
Mm-hmm.
basketball player, I would say, but it's only because I got to see him play. I got to feel the impact. I didn't get to see
Mm.
Michael Jordan's impact. I kind
Hmm.
of see the end result in the shoes and stuff like that, but like you know what I mean? I didn't live in the impact. And AI, to me, I felt
Hmm.
like, you can have swag to you. I felt like he really brought that to the game. Like outside of playing basketball and being amazing, his swag was so cool. Like the tattoos,
Hmm.
the braids, you know what I'm saying? Like the chain, nobody was doing that
Mm.
like until AI,
Hmm.
Okay.
So
And my
yeah.
favorite is Bugs Bunny as seen in Space Jam. Because that's the only basketball that I know.
Did you like
Okay.
Space Jam 2, by the way?
Michael.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I did
Hmm.
watch it.
Ooh.
um, okay. Well, this has been a great conversation. I have to
Yes.
say, uh, you have inspired me to do some amazing things. Like you were the catalyst that made me actually sit down and start writing my script that I've been thinking about for years. And seeing you grow from us acting a fool at SCAD, taking those
Oh my
modeling
gosh.
pictures, and you always bring such light and joy to these sets. To you now being this um, having these films that are on the tips of everyone's tongues is extremely inspiring. And I am so proud to call you my friend and just to like have you being a part of my life. I think that
Oh,
that
Jared,
is
come
one of the
on,
best
man.
things. But yes, you have to please, please, please keep doing whatever it is you're doing. Keep going higher, and yeah, keep being a great, great person and an inspiration to us all. Please, please, please.
I absolutely will. I appreciate y'all, man. I had a lot of fun. I had so much
And
fun
we
on this pod.
glad.
This is the best podcast I've been a part of. Like,
Oh.
I feel like, yeah, y'all have such good questions. It makes you think. I think y'all are putting people on game too to so many new things, and I would love to come back on. Definitely
uh,
And
when I have
absolutely.
anything.
you definitely will.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, you can email us all your questions to blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. You can follow us on social media. Spill Black Geek Energy, Instagram Black Geek Energy, Facebook Blue Sky, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Threads Black Geek Energy, Twitter BGE underscore pod. D'Marcus, we have a store.
We do have a store.
We have a store.
We got a
Um,
store.
we
And
have
it's
some good
Nice.
things, and I know I've been saying it for a couple of months now. We got our first sale.
yes,
Yeah, thank the Lord.
let's go.
Yes. Demarcus, we also have a Patreon. Three.
Absolutely.
It's just $3 a month. Like, how
Since
could
it's
you?
today, and you get the spicy edits,
Yeah.
the spicy version, BGE After Dark.
Well,
That ain't nothing.
no, Demarcus. But I know that on our next Patreon, I'm going to be talking about how you made me mad this
Hmm,
previous week, and you probably don't
okay.
even know it because this is
Don't.
actually something that has been boiling in my heart and soul for the past 15 years of our friendship. So yeah,
And
we're
well,
gonna
I
have.
mean, and, I cannot do anything about unspoken concerns or issues. So,
Well, you should have been a better friend. So, but we'll
Mm.
talk about it on the Patreon. Okay,
All right.
everybody. Will, where can they find you at?
Absolutely. Y'all can find me on Instagram at directed by Weba. So that's WEBA. And you can find me on YouTube at Scary Hours Productions. That's where we kind of have these mini docs where we talk about pop culture and things that are happening in the world. Um, yeah, that's where I'm at. Other than that, yeah. And you
And
can you can be on the lookout too for up and coming productions. Scary Hours Productions on everything. We have
Mm.
a couple projects that we have in the pipeline. One's a
ooh,
comedy that I really am excited about. And then we also have another psychological thriller that we've been working on. So I'm excited to see how those go. But yeah, I'm just grateful, honestly.
yes, yes, yes. And you can watch Lanier on Amazon and Tubi, correct?
Yes, that is correct. And
Yeah.
Surviving Lake Lanier as well.
Yes, yes, yes. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Demarcus, any final words?
Um, this has been a great episode for me. We've had a great conversation. And I think what I've taken away from this is like if you want to make a movie, write your script and then make the movie. Like whether you got 100,000 or $1 million, make the movie and don't give no money back.
There you go. Make that damn movie at the end of the day. Make it. Just go
Okay.
out there and make it.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, everybody. Well, that is another exciting episode of Black Geek Energy, and we will see you next time. Bye.
BGE out.
Thanks for
Thanks for
having me.
listening, y'all.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Yay. Okay, thank you, Will. That was